against Kansas. And pay heed, all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Fresno State's offense will go on the attack first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that?
Turning on the Jets. And he's brought down after a nice game. Fresno State right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Warner. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Barrels ahead. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kansas offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week.
Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it down the right side. Open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since. 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Warner. Plucks it out of the air. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looking for space, it's Gilliam. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock stops. We reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Jayhawks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Sends it back in motion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Now the play fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. It's complete to the right. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. To the air, it's Daniels. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The give is to Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Jayhawks are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. And the Jayhawks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it down on the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play and got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. He'll keep it himself. There he goes! As they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down. He gets down. Fresno State right back to the line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Makes the grab. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll go to the toss. Wide open spaces. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game.
Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Bringing the heat. Quickly to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. It's a seam wide open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Tight end now in motion. Keeps it on the draw. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Working the middle, it's complete. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab, it's Freeman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd down, going up top. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Lets it fly. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. To the air, it's Warner. Catch in the middle, it's Gilliam. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give is to Williams. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. To the air on second down. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. This kicker is 2 for 2 on the night, and he could say good night if he can win the game here. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Trying to set up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And the Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback running on the draw. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Now facing a 3rd and long. Running the red zone, it's Williams. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Using his legs, it's Gilliam. The ball's free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.